One of the easiest mistakes that you'll make when you first start on clinical placement is that you want to have a really tight collimation because you think you're saving dose and whatnot. And while that's true in certain instances, it's not always relevant in others, in particular when you're talking about extremities such as the hands and fingers. I remember on my first placement, I had a patient coming in for a foot x-ray, and keep in mind I'm 2 to 3 weeks in at this point, so pretty new to it all. And all I remember from university was to be tight about the collimation, because otherwise you're increasing your dose to your patient and therefore increasing the risk to your patient. So I took this patient in and positioned them for an AP or DP foot. Collimated pretty tightly, I was pretty proud of myself, and when I came back to take the x-ray, I had cut off the big toe by about, I want to say 2 millimeters. So essentially nothing. And the person that I was working with basically made me repeat it. And that was a pretty painful moment because what do you say to your patient? I messed up? Well, yeah, technically I did. And that's kind of a hard thing to admit when you're first starting out. And when I later reflected on it, I realized it was because her foot was sweating and then it started to slip ever so slightly from the moment I finished positioning her and then went out to take the x-ray. And from that moment on, it was tattooed in my brain to always leave about a thumb's width or 1 to 2 centimeter border off the skin border, which is what I teach my students now, to avoid having to repeat the entire exposure, which essentially doubled the dose and undid everything I was trying to avoid. So learn from my mistake and don't be too tight with your collimations.